Liquid and digits to me, initially, were just a way to not look retarded on the dance floor. I'd go out to parties and to clubs, and I would see people dancing, and they would look cool and not even doing any specific dance, just dancing. And I'd get out there and I'd just feel awkward. So I wanted to learn something, I guess, so I could look cool on the dance floor, or maybe not even look cool, just not look retarded. And it was funny because in the next few years when I was learning, I probably looked more retarded than I would have if I didn't start learning. So I guess the moral to that story is that the first few years you're going to look retarded regardless of how good you are. Yeah, I mean, initially that's what it was for me. And, my motivations and what it is to me have evolved over the years. And now it's just, it's a cultural thing. It's a thing where I can use the dances to, get friends and to see the country and just to express myself musically. The history, me and dance. Freshman year high school, I met a kid, Keith, and we became good friends, and he would come out dancing with me at clubs and parties, and he was into the b-boy scene, and I just always thought that was cool. I was like, yeah, I want to learn dances too, so I don't look retarded. And so he started teaching me some stuff, and we started, just working on dance together. I was at a club once, just recently, like right after we started dancing together, and I saw a guy doing liquid almost, like a little bit, and then I started doing the little liquid that I knew just from what I saw on tapes, just like figure eights and stuff. And the guy he approaches me and he says, do you do full body liquid? And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And so he takes me off to this corner, and he does Frequencies box rail, that rail, and I was just like blown away. I was like, what is that? Where did you learn that? What just happened to my eyeballs? So, he says it's called liquid, and which I didn't know up to this point. I was just doing like figure eights and stuff that I've seen. I just didn't have a name for it. He said it's called liquid dancing, and I was like, cool. So yeah, and then from there, I searched out liquid on the internet because that's what I do, because I'm a geek. And I found Reflective, and I, found the people. They helped me out. I got the LPC instructional video, and that helped me out a lot. And then from there, it's just been getting into contact with dancers from Reflective and other places, meeting up with them, going to bigger parties like DEMF in Detroit every year, or just going out to visit people just to dance with them. Along the way, I guess, as far as dancing in general goes, the LPC helped me out a lot. Wesley Snipes from Chicago helped me out a lot. Howdoken originally from Missouri, which, borders Illinois, so that kind of works out. Howdoken and Falsify helped me out a lot. And, we're launching a website now. We're just trying to take what we've learned, what I've learned, and I guess give it back. How has dance affected my life? I'll talk about that. How has dance affected my life? If it weren't for dancing, I would not be a drug addict or on the streets or some wild, crazy story that, some people like to tell about dancing saving their life and whatnot. And, maybe that's true for them, but it wasn't that crazy for me. Dancing was always just a hobby for me. And, of course, it was something I wanted to get better at, but it was still just a hobby. It was never that serious. Dancing was it was really something that got me to be more of a social person. Like, I'm known among my friends now as like a social animal. Where before I started dancing, I was, the shyest guy around. And, dancing helped me a lot with that. It helped me to expand my boundaries socially, not be such a cynic. I still am, but now I'm a cynic in the sense where I'll actually talk about my cynicism instead of just, screw those guys, this thing sucks or whatever. Now I'll just be like, yeah, that sucks right there. So dancing has really taught me to open up and speak my mind about a lot of stuff that I don't think I would have if I hadn't run into dancing. And it's shown me the entire country almost, and it's shown me a lot about new cultures from meeting different people, and it's made me a lot of new friends that I'm very thankful for. And yeah, that's what dancing is to me. That's how it's affected my life. How has my life affected my dance? I guess right now maybe you can't even see it. I guess you're supposed to express not only the music when you dance, but you're supposed to express who you are. And quite frankly, I don't know if the way I dance right now can express that, or if it can, I just haven't stumbled upon the means. I have an idea in my head of what I want my dance to look like, but it's not there. And I think when it gets there, that will be able to express my life through music. And which is, I guess, kind of like a Rube Goldberg machine, where one piece of the dance activates another piece in a series of isolations throughout the body in a fluid manner. And I guess the way you could extract my life from that dance would just be that I like to take things in steps. I like to set small goals and achieve those goals, one day at a time. And yeah, I think a Rube Goldberg style that I'm hoping to achieve would one day fully express how my life is. So there's where would I like to see Liquid and Digits in, let's say, 10 years for an arbitrary number in the future? I would like to I guess my goal would be I want to go to a club or a party or any place that plays electronic music, maybe even hip-hop music, or maybe even some kind of indie rock music or something like that. Just music that people normally dance to. I'd like to go to a show and see at least one other person doing Liquid. And maybe they're not good at it, but I'd like to see them utilizing the concepts that the LPC put names to. I'd like to see them trying to be better and trying to get to really master the art, trying to push the art. That's what I'd like to see, one at every show. That's really my goal. For 10 years from now, that's what I'd like to see. Practically speaking, Liquid and Digits will probably remain the very, very tiny culture that it has remained. And practically I see it going so far, so much farther than we have it right now, and so much farther that the LPC took it, and so much farther than the Liquid Lights crew took it before them. I see it getting very, very small intricate movements, big intricate movements, just intricacy and complexity that we have never even thought of before. I see it thriving. I think it will exist in 10 years, but I think it'll exist in the same way that it exists now. Very small cliques throughout the country who are very proficient at it, and who you could probably ask any one of them and say, I'm one of the best 10 in the world. And that might sound weird, but it might be because there is only 10 in the world.